A listener recently asked, should I consider a settlement of my divorce case or should I let the judge decide? Well, I always say try the easy way first. And what I mean by the easy way is try to reach some form of agreement with your spouse or your soon-to-be ex-spouse. Perfect example is a case that we had relatively recently where we represented mom. Essentially, she had committed her life to caring for the kids. Husband was the primary wage earner, and he was essentially controlling her by the purse strings. All she wanted to do was to preserve the household and to be able to have the kids with her and to ensure that the kids could continue their life undisturbed in the peace and tranquility of the house that they'd grown up in. So, husband hires his own lawyer, clearly. We contact opposing counsel and we say, look, this is the amount of support that we need to preserve the household. We're trying to be reasonable here. We want the kids to stay where they've went to school. We want them to stay in their household and stay together. The number that we had proposed was very reasonable. And again, this is trying the easy way, as we always do. So I'm discussing this with opposing counsel, and they throw out a completely lowball offer. Now, we know what you're entitled to. We had already done the calculations. We know the numbers. And I said to them, well, you know, that number doesn't work, but can we come up with something else to try and reach some sort of settlement so that these parties don't have to mire themselves in litigation costs? The response to me was, no, if you don't like the number, just take us to court. Well, we took them to court. And at the end of the day, the judge awarded us almost twice the support we were asking for and everything else we had asked for. And ultimately, at the end of the case, and again, this was a hard-fought case. We argued this case back and forth, and unfortunately, litigation dragged on and on because the other side was not being reasonable. At the end of the case, we got everything we asked for and even more. So the bottom line is be reasonable. Try to find a middle ground that works. Am I telling you to give up the farm? No. But look for a number, look for an agreement that works for everyone, because that makes the most sense. You do not want a stranger ruling on the most intimate aspects of your life.